Okay friends, here we go. I have been asked about doing a tutorial, a tutorial about drugstore makeup. It has been brought to my attention that I have a lot of younger followers. I'm sorry, I'm having a arthritis flare up and somehow it's like affecting whatever is going on here and I can't breathe in really good. I have a doctor's appointment in like an hour. I also keep on stepping on things. So anyway, like I was saying, I have some followers that are younger and the parents are like, do you use anything other than things that are at Sephora? Yeah, of course I do. I just like that kind of thing. I don't know. So today it is all about, sorry, moving things. But today it's going to be all about drugstore. I think my most popular thing that I will be using will be NYX. Very affordable, super pigmented, and awesome. So stay tuned. I'm about to get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some Honeydew Me Up. It is from NYX, and it is for, it increases the skin radiance and for smoother skin. I have been wanting to like find this stuff for a hot minute. So this is that. And basically, like, I've seen some people put it on their hands and then rub it in and put it on their face. But I'm going to put it where I have some of my roughest stuff going on. So I'm going to put it on right here, and it is stringy. I could not find my Lip Primer that I really like. And so this can kind of serve as that. Okay, got all that on. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyeshadow because I always do my eyeshadow first. So, this, I talked about this in my blog that I put up yesterday on the 1st of January. Happy New Year. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon collection. It is an 8-pan eyeshadow. Like, I'm really not good at off the cuff. But all of these are shimmer. And that drives me a little bananas because I like for my transition shade, which is what I blend my bottom, my crease to my brow bone, is what I do like right in here. I like for that to be a matte color. I don't have any more matte ones from Wet n Wild or from a drugstore one. So I'm going to use my Morphe one. I've mentioned that one before in a vlog, I think. Or maybe on here or on YouTube, I can't remember. But these have matte shades, and they're only like $10. This was a limited edition one, but it's got matte ones, and I really like to use those for my transition shades. This is the line Cocha Mocha. This is the little palette. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a transition matte color on right in here. And I'm going to choose a mixture of the lightest one and then the like kind of light brown one. So I'm doing a mixture of these two right here, if you can see that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will be looking in this mirror pretty much most of the time, and I will just kind of go back and forth. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but I like having it on there just as a transition shade to give it just a little bit of something. And you really can't tell a whole lot by that, but I just really like that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do my other eye. Okay, so now is where I'm going to get started into my Wet n Wild one. I think I'm just going to do something light because I'm not going anywhere in particular. And you will hear me doing all of this, so I apologize. What do I want? Alright, So because I'm going to use lighter shades, I'm going to do a dense brush. I'm going to use a dense brush. This is my Morphe B80 brush. And I just like this for crease purposes. And I'm going to use this one right here. And the cool thing with the Wet n Wild palettes is that if you really don't know what you're doing, it'll give you suggestions of where each palette, each color in the palette should go. So if you can see that right there, it tells you like this is your brow bone, an eyelid color, your crease color, and then, oh, your definer. Yeah, your definer. So you can use all these together, and then you can use all these together. That's why it kind of gives you this little color palette here and this color palette here. So, but just for today's purposes, I'm probably just going to use this one here, and I might even use this. I'm not sure. And I don't really go by what these say. So I'm going to kind of do my own thing. So I'm going to take the second one, and see, it has a lot of fallout whenever you put your brush in there, especially if you're using a dense one, so you'll want to tap that for sure. And I just like that because this looks neutral and natural. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to use is my Sigma the eye shading E55. This is like a really popular brush by them, and it is flat and curved, and it's perfect for just putting things on your lid. I have a gajillion fallout pieces. Okay, I think that I'm just going to use the third one down on the left side. I'm going to use this one right here just for a little bit of it's for your crease, it says, but I'm just going to use a little bit of this on there to pat. And it is really, really shimmery. So I feel like I should be getting ready to go to like some kind of event, but I'm not. I'm literally going to the doctor to see my friend Leslie, who's my doctor. I also, while I was on vacation last week, I went to the IKEA. I love that store. Mark hates it, but I love it. And I got one of these fancy schmancy light up mirrors that I've been trying to find everywhere. I don't even know if you can see it. It's got a magnifying side and got like a regular side. And I like that. There's nothing like brilliant about it. But because I feel like the top is in, the lid matches the crease, I'm just going to use a little bit of the definer in the neutral side and kind of put that right there. I'm happy. I ain't happy with that, actually. Let me kind of clean this brush a little bit. Set it to the side, and then I'm going to pick my Wet n Wild crease brush back up, and I'm just going to kind of blend that in because I feel like there was a little bit of a line, and I'm not trying to have all that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, better. Sometimes I feel like it wipes it all off, but it's really not. Alright, so now I'm going to do my highlighted area right in here underneath my brow bone, and I'm going to use this first one right here, and I'm just going to do a little bit because I'm not really trying to have a whole lot of, I feel like I'm so shimmery right now that like I could probably knock some of this off my face and do like a whole glitter art project. Alright, I'm happy with that. I feel like it's enough. Alright, I wanted to show you one thing. This is from Amazon. I use eyeshadow shields that I place right here on clients whenever I'm doing their makeup. And sometimes when you peel them off, the adhesive is so strong. I feel like it is going to take some skin off, and I'm being 100% serious, because this skin right here is just as thin as the skin that is on your lid, and if you're not careful, that skin will come off. So I found something that I really like, and it is like a Q-tip, and you just roll it on there and it gets all the fallout out. I'm not close enough to my mirror right now, so I can't really see. Let me pick up this one. I do have some fallout, and I look like sparkly, like I've been dancing with trolls. Okay, so these are made in Japan, and I really can't think of what they are called at the current moment, but I will type it in when I'm editing the video and put it like somewhere down here so that you can see it. Looks just like a Q-tip. One side like is a Q-tip, and then the other side is a sticky thing. And I did find out the other day when I was using these on a bride, I was kind of dumb and didn't really read the directions because I was in a hurry trying to get them out. Okay, so you open it like this, and the pink side is the sticky side right here, and all you do is you just roll it. Ow, my hair is in that. Oh. Okay, so all you do is you roll it from where you just did your eye makeup, and I used it whenever I did her lips too, because I felt like it was trying to run a little bit, and so I got it all off. And I don't even know if you can see that, but there is like eyeshadow on there, so it picks up really good, and you can just use one for both eyes. This is like a miracle. They're great. Alrighty, so I have all of that out, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyeliner. I feel really discombobulated because everything is like laid out here, and I'm just like, I can't stand it. It's not organized. Okay, let me find it. All right, here. This is the e.l.f. This is in charcoal, but this is their liquid liner. It is $2, and it works really good. I mean, it can compete with some of the others that are at Sephora and Ulta. But the only thing that I will say is that this is kind of runny, because the liner brush is not like a felt tip. It is literally like a marker wand thing, like a paintbrush. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my mirror and put this on. My mom definitely just said something to my little boy along the lines of like, boy, if you don't stop doing something. She also watches my videos. She'll tell me. That's actually pretty good. And I think the reason why it is actually good for a cat eye is because it's a lot more loose, and I like to have control over everything, but like this you don't have a lot of control over, but it leaves like a perfect line. Now let's see if we can get these the same, like twins. I want them to be twins. I don't want them to be sisters. I'm going to go ahead and put on my foundation, but I am going to use my Kat Von D brush, because my foundation brush, because I just want to. Alright, so right now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me matte plus poreless foundation. This is for normal to oily skin. They have another one as well, and it is like a luminous one, and I don't like to have any shine. I like to look matte. So this is the color 220, the number 220 in the color Natural Beige. So I'm going to just like dab that on there. After I have put my foundation on, I always use my NYX Studio HD Color Concealer, Photogenic, all the things. This is in porcelain. The number is CW1, and I do this with my high-end and with my drugstore. Alrighty, so I have that on there, and that makes me feel happy. I feel like I look refreshed. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, if you've watched any of my videos, this is the NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana, and I will use this to set that concealer so that I don't have a crease. And I am currently looking for my Real Techniques brush. Alright, and this is the, what does it say? Oh, this is the setting brush. So this is the setting brush, and I use it in conjunction with this, and then I just pat it in there. Sometimes I'll swipe it, swirl it, whatever, and then I'm going to pat that to set that on there because of those creases, and then blend it so you don't have like a line there. And okay, got that. Sometimes, like if I feel like I took it too far down or I have a line, I will go back and use my foundation brush and kind of blend that in. Alrighty, so the next thing that I'm going to do is contouring. I'm not going to do a lot because, like I said, I'm just going to the doctor and I'm not trying to get all dressed up and dolled up. Got all that on me, I can't stand it. Okay, so this is the NYX Contour and Highlight Palette. The cool thing with this is this is $25. And it is a really good, it's really good packaging, and you can actually refill these. Like there's a lip in there and you can pop those out and you can replace them, and that's really good because you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with these. If you are unsure of how to contour, everyone contours differently. I contour like how I feel like it, and how I feel like I should be contoured. So I'm going to use like some light things right now. This is the, let's see, it has everything, like the names and everything numbered on the back of here. Let's see, I just used the first one on the bottom row, and it is tan. I need a tan, so maybe that is really what's going on here. So, okay, I always start about my ear and then kind of go down. And right now, that looks like some kind of crazy, but I'm going to tell you what, that is a sharp line. So, okay, all right. I'm going to do that again for this side over here. And I start up at my ear underneath like that sideburn thing I got going on. And then, yes, you see that makes a difference. Okay, so right now I'm just going to kind of leave what is on this brush. I'm not going to dip any more in there, but I'm going to kind of go up into my hairline and kind of come down a little bit on my hairline to kind of meet that. Now, I like the shape of my face through here, so I don't want to contour here because contouring will kind of concede. I know what I'm trying to say, like conceal it and make it diminish, like it's not as prominent as it is. I don't really ever do my nose because my nose is like super sharp, except like through here where like I have that nose bone. So we're just going to kind of experiment for a little bit. Let's see what brush I have in here that might work. I'm going to use this flat brush just because I want to, and that's what I got handy. So what I'm going to do, and if I don't like this, I will take it right back off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go right into here. And to be honest with you, like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. So I might cover it up. I'm not really sure. Okay. So I have that on there. I don't need any help in the elongation of my nose. I can tell you that. I mean, we'll see. It looks really dumb right now, but I promise it will look better. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to use my concealer again. This is the 01, and because it, y'all, sorry, I ate Reese's Cups earlier. They're my favorite, but they actually weren't Reese's Cups, they were Reese's Trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here. Take this, I just got on that contour line, so that's going to be really cute. And then I'm going to kind of do like this, because I want to brighten up that little area. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to blend all of that contouring so that it doesn't look so harsh. And I'll actually use this Wet n Wild angled brush. I really like it. I think they're either 99 cents or $2.99 at Walgreens, and you can get them online at wetandwild.com, I think is the website. Okay, I'm going to pick up where I left off because my camera cut off. So that's that, okay? That was just with the NYX HD found the concealer. But I am going to use one of my favorite mascaras of all time. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This is like $4.99. I don't even know if you can see that, so I'm just going to kind of rotate it. This is like $4.99, $5.99, something from like the drugstore. Alright. And because like I don't have the eyelash curler, I feel like I need it. But I don't have it. But I'm cool. My mom, I hear her in there. Please look, right there. I hear my mom saying, I can never load this dishwasher right. I don't have a comment. Love you. Okay. So now I gotta get that off of there. So I'm gonna pick up my trusty old this thing and just kind of roll it back and forth with the Q-tip in because I'm going to take it all off. Okay, got that. And I'm good with that. And so the next thing that I'm going to use is the NYX Lip Primer. And this really just kind of primes your lips for, it gives it a nice base, just like a face primer. For lip colors like liquid lipsticks, especially if they're matte, kind of creates a little bit of a barrier between your lip and the lip color, so there's not as much stain. And this is by NYX, and I got this like in a trio type thing, and that's like the best thing. I don't even think I've used the other stuff that were in it. It's lavender gray almost, and those are my two favorite. It's like a really cool color, and I like it. So let me get my magnifying mirror, because when I put this stuff on, sometimes I have a problem with coloring outside of the lines. So I make an X almost, kind of starting, let's do it this way so you can see, and going into a Cupid's bow, see right there, and then lining my lips. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's like, "Reddit, go pee pee." But if you don't tell him, he'll flat out pee his pants. And I think that he does it on purpose just to make us mad. Alrighty. This actually does look good with what I have on. Yeah, I like that. And I actually do like it with everything else. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to just kind of go around. I think I might actually use a new one though, of these little bad boys. I need to get back on Amazon and order more. They were like $6. I don't even know if I said that yet. And there you have it. And this is just drugstore used makeup, except for my blush because I couldn't find my lining one. And I mean, I am thoroughly impressed with it, and hopefully you are. And I will list everything that I've used below and where you can get it and how much it all cost. So thank you for watching, and I hope you are having an awesome new year and that you had a wonderful Christmas celebrating the birth of our Savior. Have an awesome day.